Hello everyone, Rebecca Dawson, candidate for House District 95. Today I'm taking the opportunity to go out and walk District 95, meet the voters, hear what everyone's concerns are, what ideas and solutions they may have to offer. And I wanted to talk to you about the idea of free higher education. The Missoulian recently sent out a survey to the candidates and then published the results, and my opponent is on board with the idea of free colleges. So I thought I'd dive into that and take a look at the cost, and I wanted to share that with you. So if we decide to pursue this, then we need to figure out who's going to pay for it. I think a lot of people expect the federal government to pay for it. So if the federal government were to pay for this, then we would be looking at either massive federal tax hikes or a massive increase in the national debt, because they would just run on the deficit to pay for it. If the expectation is for states to pay for their in-state university systems, then we need to look at the cost locally. Little bit of background, so you know, Montana Constitution states that the state is not allowed to run with a deficit and that they have to have a balanced budget every year. So the idea of paying for it with a deficit spending is not acceptable. It's not going to happen. That means that we have to come up with the money up front. So Montana already gives about $200 million to our university system. If we were to then pick up the tab for the rest of the tuition costs for our students, we would be looking at an increase of about $255 million. So how are we going to pay for that? One option would be a state income tax increase. So that $255 million would translate to about a 12% increase for everyone. Take a look at your paycheck and tell me if you can afford that. The other option would be we need to cut other programs to provide the funding. So then we need to look at where the funding will come from. What program do you want to cut? K-12, pre-K, Medicare expansion, aging programs, WIC? What program should be cut to pay for higher education? Or should the students receiving the benefit have some skin in the game and pay for it? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Again, my name is Rebecca Dawson. I'm running to represent you in the legislature, House District 95. Have a great day.